students. I'm happy to meet you all again in this new video, Anger Management. Myself, Dr. Ruby Violet RANI, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychology, St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, Cuddalore. So, anger is one of the fundamental, basic, primary, unlearned and negative emotion which is found in all living organisms. Human beings are no exception in the possession of anger. Anger is an emotional state that may range from minor irritation to intense rage. Dr. Charles Spielberger, a psychologist who specializes in the study of anger, defines anger as an emotional state that varies in intensity from mild irritation to intense fury and rage. Anger in our body way of indicating that something is wrong, that we are not happy and we need to take action to make things better. In modern society, anger is viewed as an immature or uncivilized response to frustration, threat, violation or loss. Causes of anger. There are many reasons for getting angry and it may differ from individual to individual. The foremost reason to get angry is perception of insult or injustice. The other reason are when somebody prevents or become an obstacle to one's progress, inability to achieve goals, meeting failures, feeling of stress, tiredness, sickness and poor health. Keeping feeling bottled up inside, misunderstanding, ignored by others, lack of social skills and problem solving strategies, irrational perception and evaluation of situations. Nature of anger. Anger is accompanied by physiological and biological changes. When a person gets angry, his or her heart rate, blood pressure and pulse rate goes up and the secretion of energy hormones, adrenaline or non-adrenaline is very high. The institutional and the natural way of expressing anger is aggressive behavior. Physiological effects of anger. When a person gets angry or experiences anger, it has a profound effect on the body and vital functions. As soon as a person perceives the anger stimulus as per the direction of hypothalamus, the sympathetic division of autonomic nervous system is activated and it increases the adrenal secretion through the pituitary gland. The increased secretion of epinephrine expands the blood vessel and allows more blood to pump and increases the heart rate, blood pressure and pulse rate and makes the individual become nervous and restless. The parasympathetic division of the autonomous system stimulates adrenal glands to secrete norepinephrine, which reduces the size of blood vessels, quantity of blood, heart rate and pulse rate and thus help the person to become calm and cool. Psychological effects of anger. People who have high level of anger seeks alcohol and intoxicated drugs in order to escape from unpleasant situations. They may have the habit of smoking, sleeping problems like insomnia or nightmares, eating disorders like undereating or overeating, irritability, self-injure or self-harm, and disruption in interpersonal relationships. Some people in extreme condition of anger kill other person or animal and cut them into pieces before disposal. One should not experience anger frequently because it affects the overall health. Symptoms. There are certain signs and symptoms that determine the emotional condition of people. Pleasant emotions have certain common symptoms and unpleasant emotions also have some common signs and symptoms. Anger is one of the unpleasant emotion and has two main types: passive anger and aggressive anger. Passive anger, a person with passive anger is one whose energy turns inward, has self-blame and self-sacrifice, is ineffective in doing any task, dispassionate, unable to take decisions, exhibits obsessive behavior, avoids to attempt anything, and punishes himself or herself. Aggressive anger. A person with aggressive anger is one whose energy turns outward and attacks either living organism or non-living things. His or her symptoms are threats, hurtfulness, destructiveness, bullying, unjust blaming, manic behavior, grandiosity, selfishness, vengeance, revenge taking, and sometimes unpredictable behaviors. Then, how to manage anger? There are 5 steps. Number 1 is identify the problem at hand, analyze the possible solutions, find out the pros and cons of solutions, select the one which has more pros and less cons, check your progress. Techniques to control anger. There are certain techniques or strategies to control anger. Number 1 is drinking ordinary drinking water will dilute the hormone and excrete through kidneys, which will avoid coronary heart problems. Follow the Jacobson relaxation procedure, which will bring peace to mind. Listening to jokes and humor will bring laughter. Diverting the attention to the task which you like most will make you forget anger. Cognitive restricting. Perceive things differently. Develop an optimistic attitude. Go to the beach, amusement park, and places of fun. Go to the religious places, temple, church, mosque, and so on. Spend time with pets, animals, which you like most. Spend time in gardening and with greenery, which will give a cooling effect. Decorate the drawing room with pleasant natural scenery. Look your angry face in the mirror, which will give a feeling of shame. Writing religious face will reduce the obsessive thoughts. Meditation in the early morning and late evening will bring freshness to mind. Listening to music will reduce anger. Thank you.